Hello everyone. This is Chad again doing some more videos of some vintage vacuums that I have. And I'm starting to move to the more obscure ones that are either older or less common than the ones that I've showed you previously. This here is an oldie for me. I went and visited a very good friend of mine, about 2 dozen years ago, seems like, and we went for a ride into Omaha, and we went to a vacuum store there, and the gentleman had two of these old vintage Apex vacuum cleaners, and he had this one here. And then he had the later red one that was all chrome with red trim and bag. And I suggested, after seeing that this one worked, and I believe the red one was missing a plug, I told my friend this is the one I wanted. And of course I subsequently bought it, and then later we made arrangements for him to ship it from Nebraska, where he was living, to Michigan. And I have had this ever since. This is really one of those machines that you just, you never see, and not a good idea to get rid of. And what's unique about this machine is that, I think is unique, is that it's incredibly powerful. Very easy to get to the belt, very Kirby-esque, I must say. In fact, their little headlamp is behind this large chromed cover. And of course the dirt goes through the fan casing and up into the bag. Apexes were known for having easy empty bags. In fact, they used to call this bag the pocketbook. And you could unsnap the pocket, slide the bag latch, or the bag latch across, and dump the bag upside down. And of course, there weren't too many places where it stated it was an Apex. Basically the bag, and then up here at the hand grip. Right up front is the switch. And I'd like to point out to you vacuum collectors that sound that it made when it turned itself on. Very similar to the Bertman Kenmore's, but this vacuum was designed, built, and made fully by Apex Appliance. I'm going to tip it upside down here and take a look at the underside. And it's 3.8 amps. It's a model 601. The serial number, it's kind of blocked here by this power cord, which sends the electricity, by the way, up to the headlamp. Double brush roller. Unfortunately, the bristle bar has seen better days, and that was one of the things I had to determine, because I believe the red one had a nicer brush roller. And of course they have this very nice, this cleaner has an adjustment for brush wear, and it does. It has black for new brushes, blue is first adjustment, green is second adjustment, and red is last adjustment. And I have it on red right now. And so has a large base plate that opens up, shows you the large nozzle cavity. But notice there's a large blank spot in front. Not exactly great for cleaning right up to walls, but because the wiring actually had to go around the brush roller and up to that front nozzle port there. It was just a lot of Apex things that were kind of quirky. And then back here is the adjuster, and that adjusted 2 positions. And what that did is it just obviously raised the wheels down, or pushed the wheels out, so it would adjust the nozzle 3 different times. And I think it's interesting, I don't know if this is going to automatically, but it says requires no oiling, because machines before this usually did. So now that we're going along here, we're going to do a quick vacuuming with this. Guaranteed by Good Housekeeping. That was a symbol that at one time meant something. More so, I believe, than Consumer Reports. Good Housekeeping, if they thought your product was good, you sold some. And so, listen for that sound again. Now we'll do a profile view. Quiet machine. Couple things to keep in mind about this unit here. I'm going to carry it back so it's in better light. This machine competed with Eureka, Kirby, Hoover, Electrolux in the late 1940s and early 50s. And in fact, this machine, this specific vacuum, actually came close to beating the Hoover in dirt removal, and definitely met neck and neck with the then current Eureka, I believe the model D272. It's all in vintage Consumer Reports. They actually really like this machine. And Apex, of course, made lots of stuff. Washers, dryers, stoves, refrigerators, obviously vacuum cleaners, mangles, irons. They just made a whole bunch of stuff in Cleveland, Ohio. And I think it's very interesting that this machine ended up being so Kirby-like because, well, Kirby's are a Cleveland institution. So that is my 1949 Apex upright. My good friend Rob, or my friend Rob, I should say, my friend Rob, and he ended up getting the other one a couple years later. So anyway, again, that is my Apex, and I still have it after all these years. I still love it. I just don't use it a lot because, well, how many of them do you see? In fact, I think in the last, 5 years or so, I've maybe seen one on eBay, and one I heard was for sale through the grapevine. So this is the end of my video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it, and thank you for watching.